up? Two-Wheel Turbine, and in today's video I'm going to talk about what it's like to daily an R6 600cc motorcycle super sport. What's it like dailying this thing? You see a lot of people out there dailying Wranglers like that kid, Honda Civics, Accords, all those type of cars. So what's it like to have this as your main form of transportation? Let's get straight into it. First off, there's going to be some limitations with dailying a 600. Oh, Goldwing and a BMW. Oh, nice. Cool. But anyway, there's going to be some limitations with dailying a 600 like this. For one, let's make sure we're clear, you can only carry up to one other person. So make sure that person counts. That's going to be a huge thing that you're going to notice. And also, when you're going out to get groceries or do stuff, you have pretty limited capacity. Like just last week, I was like, my girlfriend told me to go get some slices of cheese. Oh, there's the Goldwing owners. Do they see me or? They don't like me. But I was told to go get a slice of cheese, and I put it kind of in the little pocket type holder of the rear seat, and I was riding around. It's like, sweet, okay, I got the cheese, it's on the back seat, I'm gonna make it back, and I get to the apartment and it's gone. I'm like, oh my god, it came off. So I had to reroute my route just to get a packet of sliced cheese. Alright, so let's get back to the video and what I was saying about dailying the, oh god, let's see what this kid's saying. This beautiful R6. I'll get a quick exterior view for you guys of this bike. Man, that's my daily right there. Probably one of the most impractical dailies you could have. So like I said, you only got, passenger seat for one person. Maybe, if you're in a really dire situation, you could put someone here and someone like either here or here. That'd be pretty funny. I don't think I've ever seen that done on an R6. Be a pretty funny video though. But so yeah, you only got one person. So, I guess it's kind of got the same practicality with regards to passenger as any serious sports car, having two seats, so that's not too bad. Next thing about dailying an R6, or honestly any 600cc super sport motorcycle for that matter, is you're gonna want to gear up. Like, inside, every time I go riding I say, man, I should be wearing my full leather race suit. I should not be out here in shorts and a t-shirt. Every time I do this, it gives me just a bad feeling. I hate doing it, but when you daily something like this and it's your main form of transportation, sometimes having full leathers on can be tough, especially if you're just running errands, you're going around town. It takes a while to put all those leathers on, and then, if you're going in somewhere, it just kind of looks funny, you wearing a full leather race suit. I've done it a few times, you get a bunch of looks, it's pretty funny. But, so that's a big thing about dailying a 600cc motorcycle like that, or any motorcycle for that regards, is you want to be wearing gear. It's really dumb, honestly. What I'm doing right now is super dumb. At least I'm wearing a helmet and gloves. A lot of people don't do that. Another thing about dailying the beautiful Yamaha R6, something that you're going to notice, is it's actually really good for highway city commute. You have, oh god, what's this person going to do? You have a ton of power at the tips of your fingers, literally, just in your hand. You got all that power whenever you need to make a pass, need to accelerate out of a situation. You got great braking power. But with that said, that's only true if the conditions are good. If it's a nice day like today, so happy we got a beautiful day like this in November in northwest Arkansas. But if it's rainy out, it's really cold, you may have all that power, but to put it down at the rear wheel, especially when it's cold and if, you've only been riding for a couple minutes, you're not going to have that traction to put it down, and you can slip really easy. And the same thing is true about braking. With a bike like this, there's no ABS, no traction control. It's all up to your brain, your mind-muscle connection about how you're going to ride, and it's all up to you to be safe. So dailying something like an R6 compared to driving your typical Accord or Civic, you're going to need a lot of mental focus. You can't just sit back and relax like those type of daily forms of transportation. You've got to constantly be on your toes, looking for any possible forms of harm that are coming at you. All these cars, especially around here on this college campus, you're being faced with people all over their phone. No one cares about what they're, how they're driving, like it's horrible. People change lanes without even looking, and you got to be worried about getting rear-ended as well. Every time I come to a stoplight, I get really worried about, dang, that guy just went through a red. Get worried about getting rear-ended because a lot of people are texting. And being on a bike, you don't have that cage to protect you, so you just got to be on your toes at all times. One huge advantage that I found out about dailying this beautiful YZF R6 is the gas mileage that you get, and refueling is amazing compared to, say, a car or anything like that. You get to chill around, ride all day. You never have to worry about, like driving a Mustang 5.0 and filling that thing up because it's getting like no miles per gallon. I can ride this thing all day and not feel bad, and even if I run it empty, it's like $10 to fill it up. One thing that really is really fun about dailying this R6 is the amount of looks you get, especially riding around on campus or honestly anywhere you go. What the hell is that? That was crazy. Yeah, guys, I even daily this thing to the gym, man. It is an awesome gym machine. You get front row parking. So we got some of the positives out of the way. Like I said, filling up is so cheap. You're getting so many miles per gallon. Honestly, basically no cars compare to the happiness that you'll find yourself riding a motorcycle around. So you got that going for you, how much fun it is to commute, how cheap it is to commute, and with the R6, you got all that power in your hands to get out of a lot of situations and the braking power to do so as well. But there are some negatives definitely with commuting and dailying a Yamaha R6. First off, if you've ever sitting on a 600cc Supersport, or any Supersport for that matter, you know how aggressive they are. They are not really meant for the streets. They're primarily meant for the track. So it puts you in this jockey position. You're leaned over, you're on the balls of your feet. It's this really aggressive position. And when I first got the R6, I would say for the first week or two, I've never been so sore in my life, guys. I'm not joking. Like, even compared to doing like the hardest leg day or the hardest workout ever, I've never felt so sore. It's absolutely ridiculous what this bike does do. It just contorts you in this crazy position that can be extremely difficult to daily and commute if you haven't, if you're not really used to that. But, being me and having ridden a lot, and if you do that as well, you'll find that it's actually not too bad, and you get used to the position, and it almost becomes comfortable, unless you're going on a ride for more than 2 hours or something like that. Then the discomfort starts to sit in. I would probably say the biggest disadvantage with dailying a Yamaha R6 is the fact that anytime it rains or anything, like, I basically don't go out. Like, I could be that guy that has all that Gore-Tex gear, what gear I'm talking about, and I could go out and ride, but it's just, I don't think it's worth it. I just don't see how it would be doing that. I wouldn't want to risk crashing just to ride in the rain. Whereas if you're dailying something like an Accord or a Civic, you can get away with that. Another clear disadvantage I see when dailying this R6 is, luckily my bike's yellow, so it's pretty visible, but still there's a lot of times people just clearly do not see me. Having put a few thousand miles on this bike, I must say, as daily, the R6 has actually pleasantly surprised me in practically every way. I remember getting it, I used to think, every time I ride it, I'm just gonna go out and ride it, the way it's built for, and just go out to the twisties, go tear it up, that type of stuff. Just sport bike riding. But what I've come to find out is it's actually kind of fun just to cruise around slow roads and just hear that engine as you downshift. And man, when I get this thing with a mid pipe and a straight pipe, it's gonna sound even better. But yeah, that's kind of my my takeaway so far with owning this bike for the few thousand miles I have, and dailying it on a college campus and around town back in Texas. Those are basically the things I can say. It's got some negatives, it's got some positives, but overall, I love dailying a super sport motorcycle,
and I don't plan to stop anytime soon. And if you guys need to get into motorcycling, you really should. Go check out some lower displacement bikes if you haven't ridden before. The options nowadays are incredible. So many different options. The Ninja 400 is probably honestly one of the best, or the R3. But yeah, guys, get out there and go ride. Trust me, you'll feel way better compared to dailying in your car. Dailying in a car is just so frustrating. Dailying on a motorcycle, you're just smiling the whole time. I'm dead serious. So go do that. You'll be really happy you did. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. See ya.